Hey, beautiful people, welcome to another episode on the Rams Family channel. Day 26 to 31 of the Every Bit Count challenge. We are August 26th. Last couple of days were very busy, and I didn't really have time to preserve much. Although, the best way to preserve is to eat it fresh, right? I mean, um, look at the cucumbers I have. I have a few squash down there. Look at all the zucchinis I have, and some more squash down there. Now, I don't have time to pick all them all, but I have all the stuff. I purchased the stuff last Friday or last Thursday. I went to the store, purchased all the stuff I needed. I even have a few peppers. I had to pick them up early because, well, first of all, they're starting to change color, so they're almost there. But the problem is, it's too humid in my greenhouse, and I started losing peppers. They were literally molding on the plant in the greenhouse. I looked at one pepper and it was mold. There was mold on it. I had to throw it out. So I will leave them on the counter there for a few days. Hopefully they will start to ripe. And no matter what, I can still use these to make recipes. They will just not be as sweet as it should be. These are red night peppers. I have some tomatoes. As soon as they change color, I simply freeze them, just like that, in a little Ziploc. And when I need them, I will use them to can, cook, whatever it is that I need them for. But today, the only little bit I can do is slice and freeze zucchinis. So I will do at least 2 or 3 today. I usually try to go for the ones that are a little bit older because they're the ones that require early attention on my part. It's a time of year that's so busy. We're organizing a fundraiser this weekend, and by the time you see this video, it's probably gonna be mid-September by the way it goes. Everyone is already doing those videos day by day, and I'm here August 26th. The video from day 5 to day 15 is not even out yet. I didn't even start editing the video yet. So I am at least almost 3 weeks behind on my video editing. Now I have one exporting right now that should come out this Wednesday, but this video you'll probably only see it mid-September, if not end of September. So by then you might as well look at my live streams to see what's going on and how much I was able to harvest, because honestly, other than meat, because last year was incredible in terms of meat, I'm already equal or ahead of all the vegetables I harvested last year in terms of pounds or weight. I still I'm not gonna get as many carrots, I'm not gonna get as many potatoes, I'm not gonna get as many tomatoes, I don't have as many beans, but I have so much zucchinis and cucumbers. Well, today it was time for some more zucchinis. I so don't have time right now. It's so busy. I go to work, I come back home, there's a lot of stuff to do. I have to do some video editing, I have to preserve some stuff, I have to harvest some stuff. I have some beans that are currently blanching, and this is what I'm doing today. Cut a few of those zucchinis, put them in vacuum sealed bags, put them in the freezer, and waiting on the beans to blanch. So they will boil for about 2 minutes, and then I will put them in cold water, let them dry a little bit before I can vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer. August 29th. Houston, I have a problem with a full-time job. See what I have there, and see what I have there. And I'm pretty sure I have some vegetables in the fridge as well. Problem is, with a full-time job, when I get home, if I have time to preserve some food, I'll be able to do like maybe 4 zucchinis, because let's face it, I have to spend some time with the kids. I have to spend some time outside harvesting. Everything stays on the table. The table's been that way for the last 3-4 weeks. Now, yesterday was huge. I had a huge harvest. When you have to go get a wheelbarrow to bring your stuff to the vehicle, because I harvested at the community garden, which is not back here, right? I mean, it means you have a lot of stuff. I ended up harvesting beautiful rutabaga, and that's a small one. Cucumbers, I have beets back there. Beans. The best way to preserve a little bit at a time is actually by cooking what you harvest. Not only is it fresh and good, but it's still the best way to use it. So today I didn't really have time to do much. My girlfriend did the cooking. Supper was consisting of beets, beans, rutabaga, some zucchinis, some of my own chickens. I had to take a day off tomorrow, so the Everbit Count Challenge is kind of a failure for me because I can't do a little bit every day. Tomorrow I will be staying home, and hopefully I'll be able to do a lot. I'm ready to do zucchinis, squash, cucumbers. I will freeze some tomatoes. I have to pressure can some beans. I will also be doing pickled zucchinis, pickled cucumbers. I borrowed my mom's big pot back there, so I have 3 for the day. With everything going on, with what's going on this weekend with the fundraiser, it's busy. It's a lot. I didn't expect to have such a beautiful response from everyone. August 30th, I've already vacuum sealed a bunch of zucchinis. I'm about to do another one, and I have to attack these. I'm gonna be putting a few tomatoes in the freezer. I have to vacuum seal a few zucchinis. I'm gonna put some more cucumbers in ice cubes. It doesn't stop. I'm gonna have to freeze that too. I have some beans. I already cleaned up one type of beans. It's not the same variety as this one, so I'm not gonna can them in the same jar. But I will do them all at the same time. I'm gonna use a pressure canner that's right there. I'm gonna be doing these as well. I mean, I had to take a day off from work to be able to catch up because, as you can see, if I don't do something with that, I will lose it all. And something else to keep in mind, I go in my garden back here every second day, and every second day I go to the community garden. I went here yesterday. I have to go back to the community garden later on today. And I have my live stream tonight, my regular live stream, and I have the telethon or live-a-thon tomorrow morning, which will last all day. I got some work to do. 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and I got 2 more up there, 27. That was about 4 or 5 zucchinis, 27 meals we can go with those zucchinis. Well, today is September 1st. I know the challenge, Everbit Counts challenge goes until August 31st, but let's face it, guys. Yesterday, August 31st, we had a live-a-thon. I didn't have time to do any preservation, and I figured I was just gonna do a little bit the next day. I was exhausted. Not only did I spend 16 hours straight in front of a camera chatting with a bunch of wonderful people, I also got down with the virus. So I'm not feeling too bad, just very, very, very tired and sore muscles. So I didn't do much today. Basically, all I did was freeze some tomatoes. I have a bunch of tomatoes frozen like this. see I have some more back there, and I have some more in the other freezer over there. So it wasn't as good as it was in the past. It's still harvesting time for me, and I don't really have time to do all the stuff I want to do. I can't afford to take a day off harvesting to be in here full time. I mean, look at the table. I will go next weekend though, over, well, to my new friend Gaetan. We will freeze dry some of those zucchinis. We'll see. I'll probably bring like a dozen up, and if we can't fit them all, I will just donate the rest. They can have a few meals. Everything is grown organic here on my property. I don't use any pesticides, any other chemicals, and all I use is rabbit manure that I put on my soil in the fall for the following spring. And I have some old compost, old chicken compost, sorry. And I have old chicken compost that's been aged for at least 3 years that I put on top of my garden. So, you know, people who wants to have fresh vegetables, you don't get any better than that. And I've said it before, but the best way to preserve is to eat it right off the plant, right off the vine, or right out of the fruit tree. I was outside earlier today. I was hungry. You know, it was around 3 p.m. I was waiting for supper to be ready. You don't want to eat too much, but then again, I was hungry. I went outside. I still had strawberries growing, so I ate a few strawberries. I ate an apple on my small apple tree that produced 6 apples this year. One of them fell on the ground already. There was 5 left now. There's only 4 left. It was not 100% ready, but I'd say it was at about 95%. I ate it and it was still good. I was also able to eat a bunch of grapes. And once I told the kids about the grapes, pretty sure when I go tomorrow morning, they'll all be gone. So these are 2 of the 3 types of grapes I have. The green ones are delicious, but they have a large seed in them. The red ones are a little bit tinier, but they are so good. And the tiny little seed in them is so small and so soft that you don't even notice that they're there. And I have a third variety. They're blue. They're not the Concord ones. They're not as good. They don't have a huge seed in them either. So those will be the ones that I'm probably going to use for juice in the future. But yeah, you know, there's always a way to use them. I want to make some juice. I have an apple presser downstairs. I know Darren from Thorhaven Farm is working on that. I know Sal's bought one as well. For me, September is really the time to preserve all the stuff I've harvested. And I know Lynn from Bucket List Homestead is hosting a challenge, Stock It Up September 2024. Go take a look. I'm not exactly sure of all the details. I haven't watched the video yet. I haven't had time to get there, but it's on my to-do list for tomorrow. So I have to catch up with that, and maybe Stock It Up will be the best time for me to start preserving. All right, enough chatting for today. Thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to share, like, subscribe if it's not already done. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. So I have these little candy tomatoes
These are mine.
that I was gonna preserve.